In a quiet little village, there lived an old woman who was known by everyone for one special reason: she was always happy. No matter what happened, her face carried a smile, and her heart was full of peace. People often went to her for advice, and her words gave them comfort. One day, a curious young man from the village asked her, "Grandmother, how is it that you are always so cheerful? Don't you ever feel sad when bad things happen?" The old woman looked at him with kind eyes and replied softly, "My dear, life is full of both sunshine and storms. Some days are bright, and others are dark. But happiness, true happiness, doesn't come from the world outside. It comes from within." The young man was puzzled. "But how can you smile even when terrible things happen?" The old woman paused and began to share her story. "When I was young, I had a family, a loving husband, and beautiful children. Then, one day, my husband fell gravely ill. We had no money for medicine, and after many painful days, he passed away. That was the darkest time of my life. I cried until it felt as if my tears would never stop. I believed I could never be happy again. But then I looked at my children. They needed me. And I realized something. Staying trapped in sorrow would not bring their father back, but it would take me away from them too. So I made a choice. Decided I would not let sadness steal the rest of my life." The young man leaned closer, listening with wide eyes. "But how did you do that?" The old woman smiled. "Every morning, I would tell myself, this is a new day. Today, I will find one reason to be grateful. Sometimes it was something small: the warmth of the sun, the bloom of a flower, the smile of a friend. But no matter how dark the day was, there was always something to hold on to." The young man thought deeply and then asked, "But what about when something truly terrible happens? How do you stay happy then?" The old woman nodded gently. "It isn't easy, child. But I remind myself of one truth: nothing lasts forever. Not even pain. When bad times come, I whisper to my heart, this too shall pass. And while I wait for the storm to move on, I focus on what blessings I still have: my health, my loved ones, the gift of life itself. Happiness is a choice. You can dwell on what you've lost, or you can cherish what remains." Her words struck the young man like lightning. He left her home that day determined to follow her wisdom. Slowly, he began to notice the small joys around him. A smile, a sunset, the laughter of a child. And as he changed the way he looked at life, his life itself began to change. Soon, the story of the old woman spread across the village. People started to live with gratitude, learning that happiness is not about wealth, power, or circumstances. It is about perspective. It is about the choice we make every single day. And so, the little village became brighter, filled with people who carried light in their hearts, all because one old woman taught them the greatest secret of life. Happiness is not found in what happens to us. It is found in how we choose to see it.